What is up, everyone? The 25th Genius is back with another Webtoon review and a promotion. So, Webtoons have just recently released a new campaign, which is so easy. If you can't get your 5 coins, it's because you're very, very lazy. I'm just gonna say it. So, it is called Survival Mode. So, it's very simple. You just have to read 18 chapters out of the 3 that are listed. And if you read 18, you get coins you can use for Fast Pass. So if you don't know what a Fast Pass is because you are very new to this channel or new to Webtoons, let's say you have a favorite series and you just are dying to know what happens into it, what happens next. You can't wait. Fast Pass is basically Webtoon's way of not only supporting, your favorite creators, but also a good way to take your money. And you can pay money to get coins, and you can use these coins to read chapters that you couldn't read for probably a week to even like months in advance. It's a great way to support your creators, and it's a great way for Webtoons to just make an excuse to not make a free profit. I'm not dissing them, I'm just saying, like, everything is about business at the end of the day. But before that, if you like this video and what I do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and let's get started. Oh, leave a comment too. So there are 3 series in this campaign that are listed, which is called The Boxer, Omniscient Reader, and Rotten. Now, the webtoon that I'm going to talk about in this review is Omniscient Reader. And I was actually reading this webtoon series, and I thought it was an absolutely incredible webtoon that really does unprecedented things, even in this day and time, where ideas are just going all over the place. Truly an incredible, fantastic webtoon. It was very well thought out, very well crafted, just very good artwork. Oh, a side note, if you like a series called Solo Leveling, which is tearing the charts right now, this is actually made by the same studio that made Solo Leveling. So just a fun fact to keep in mind. It's already on chapter 17, so it already had a massive following from when, before it came to, line webtoons. So webtoons are just making a proactive move to get more and more better content. So that's a really good part. So again, I think you'll definitely enjoy it, and then you'll be for the ride. Now, I won't talk about The Boxer and Rotten because The Boxer I've already talked about. So if you want to check out my review on The Boxer, there's going to be a link down in the description below, and be sure to check that out. Support the creator out. Please. But The Boxer is an incredible webtoon. I've dubbed it as one of the best webtoons that's going to come out of 2020. I'm already claiming it now. Everything that this webtoon series just does right for me. It always has me gripped and captivated with every chapter, and I want to read more, and I'm just enticed in the world, and I can never get enough. The characters are very well thought and very crafted. There was a lot of consideration taken into this as well. I love how boxing is used as a medium to convey other things about the webtoon, about growing up, about really just how the state of the world is through boxing and through a power system. Again, this is an incredibly amazing webtoon series. You definitely need to check it out. If you're going to do this promotion, you have 15 chapters. I would just read all 15 because it is all hot fire. And then we have Rotten, which I'm not going to do a video about or talk about much because I read it and it's really not much to talk about. I think it's an okay series, but again, it just hasn't anything that sticks out to me. Also, the plot in the first beginning chapters were very complicated for me, that it was really hard to really keep up about everything that is going on. But I think if you like thriller or action, you should definitely check that series out for yours and have a good time. Now, let's talk about the Omniscient Reader and what it's about. The Omniscient Reader follows the character by the name of Dokja. Now, Dokja in Korean means only child, but it can also mean like, only reader and whatnot. And if you're already guessing that Omniscient Reader is literally about a guy who is all-knowing about a book, you hit it right on the nail. So basically, our lovely main character by the name of Dokja basically read a serialized novel called How to Survive 3 Ways to Survive an Apocalypse. This series has a total of 3,149 chapters. And only one crazy nut person would read it, and that is our main character. But seriously, do you see why it's like 3,000 chapters? No one's reading that. um, and for 10 years of his life, up until the point where he graduated from college, he has always read this series. He has been the only one. Maybe there's another person, but frankly, it's been only one person. He got to the point he almost thought that the author was making it for him. When on the last day that the last chapter was released, the author sent our character a gift. It turns out that in the last season of the last chapter, the world that was in the book literally will become an apocalypse in the real life. So basically, a life and death game is behold to all those who are existent on the earth. And it is up for our main character to use his knowledge, what he knows about the book inside and out, to try to save the world from the apocalypse as much possible as he can. What I really like about this series is how original it is. It really goes to show you how much you can use your brain flow to pretty much think of any concept and just put some amazing artwork and put it on a piece of paper. But with all joking aside, this series really sets itself apart by being so different. And in grasps and in hopes of being very different and very unique, it embodies you with a very gripping and very captivating story. You have to understand too that this is basically like an isekai anime to a very large extent. And the fact that, isekai is one of our most common and popular genres of anime, that, every season, every waking second, every point of the year, there has to be a freaking isekai, is definitely really easy to see why isekai works so well. The world building, the world is very interesting. The world is very, big. You want to know more about the world and about, the world you live and about what happens. Also, you want to know what the character was reading for 10 years, because now that the fact that the world is being transferred from a book into real life, you're only more interested and more captivated about what happened within the past 10 years of this entire book. In addition, the characters, again, are really good. It is a very drawn out, very drafted out plot. And just on top of that, it just is a very captivating reading, and it plans to just send us for a ride. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. It's only 3 chapters, that is, at the corner of this video, of online webtoons, but I'm damn sure there are definitely more when you can find it. But in those 3 chapters, again, you're just greeted with a lot of meat and hearty material about how this world works and why does it work so well. You're drafted with new creatures, new characters, old characters, whatever you would see in an isekai and in the survival apocalypse, this series really points it out. And I'm really curious to see how the main character is going to use his vast knowledge of this book to help him survive. And with his girl, super hot, by the way, how he's going to help her live as well. Definitely, he seems, by the judging of this picture, he seems like he's going to become like the next Kirito. If he does, I'm just pretty excited about how this world is going to work and in what ways that we can do it. So again, all good stuff. But definitely, if you're going to check out something, look, what you can do is this, okay? You can literally read all 15 chapters of The Boxer, right? And you can read all 4 chapters of Omniscient Reader, and you don't even need to touch the complicated one, and you can get your coins. So I'm definitely encourage you to at least read those 2 series, because I do believe they are very gripping and captivating reads that definitely you are not going to be disappointed. That is a promise to me. And that is my review. Again, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. With that being said, I thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.